And just like that, we are back. For anyone saying that I'm late, I'm actually not late if we're going off of the TV broadcast schedule, because whatever happened earlier, obviously, yeah, I missed it because I don't have it on TV, so yeah, for anyone thinking I have like an advanced setup, I don't, okay? I can't really get everything that y'all want, okay? So sorry that I can't please all of you greedy fuckers. But anyways, to the fans, everybody here, we're back. We're back. Just like that, we're back. We back, we back, we back. Dude, it's been so long. We're back. We're back. We're actually back. It doesn't feel like we're back. I'm gonna pass out. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and load up chat here on my... Holy shit, 31 people. Just like that. Just like that. It went from 7 to 31 people. Holy shit. What'd I tell you guys? What'd I tell you? We're back. I missed this, dude. Y'all have no idea how much I missed y'all. Oh my god. This is insane, dude. I love it. I love this. There's a reason why I love this. This is literally the reason why I love this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me everything's gonna start lagging because everything's happening so quick. So I'm trying to get everything settled. Okay, maybe I zoom in a little bit more. Okay, that's a little too much. Okay, maybe that might be enough. I don't know. That could be too much. I honestly have no clue. I'm gonna scoot y'all back though a little bit more. Maybe that might help. The Mustang and Camry, they look like robots. That's all I'll say. They look like robot cars. They don't look bad. I was actually expecting it to be a lot worse, but no, they're actually not that bad whatsoever. And as soon as they're about to leave, my dad's phone rings. Dad, answer your phone! Jesus. Okay, anyways, oh, it's the bitch. Oh, I hear it. I hear who he's talking to. It's the bitch. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe that might work. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the radio for y'all. That way y'all can hear it. That's another thing I'd usually do. Dude, we already have 54 people in here. Holy shit. See, I kind of like this, but the nose looks so weird. Look at the front of the nose. When you look at the Mustangs, it looks like there's no like grill. It looks like it's just one big ass black line going across the entire nose. Okay, hold up.
Brand new asphalt. We always talk about when they do a repave on the racetrack. This has been a repave every year. And so that first group went out on the racetrack. This group
Just like that, we're back, baby. Let's go.
Just a little bit after the NASCAR Mexico Series did their qualifying. Right now the track has been active. The track temperature is up a little bit. And right now these drivers...
Okay, now we're buffering. Now we're buffering. Why are we buffering? Guys, we're having technical difficulties. Hold on, let me refresh that. That was kind of weird. I don't know why it paused for like 2 seconds.
Driver on the racetrack right now is running roughly 1.5 seconds slower than their quick lap that they made in session number 1. There's a lot of work to be done here before we go qualifying. From the Los Angeles
This is fucking beautiful, dude. This is fucking beautiful. I love this. We're back. I cannot believe it, dude. We're actually back. Did the radio cut out? No, it didn't. Okay.
and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit
The Mexico Series race, I don't know if I'll really be able to stream that because, again, guys, just a pretty good quick reminder. I'm doing all of this off of my phone and my laptop, and I'm using my phone as the camera. So if anyone really thinks I'm going to be able to do it, that might be a very small percentage chance. If someone else out there does that, great for them. But for me, I don't know, because I don't want my phone to be dead by the time I'm done with this. So if I'm able to like do it, I'm going to have to charge my phone up like really quick. So there may be like a 10-15 minute break after the class race is over. So yeah, I don't know, but I might be able to. I'll have to see what I can do though.
It's clear that everybody is struggling for grip. They're just not getting it. Not in the middle of the turns and not coming off the corners. The tails are sliding all over the place, and the heat just is not getting to the tire. The two best cars probably right now on the track for this session, William
We're
Byron.
back!
Swapped positions
I love
at
this.
least once.
I love it.
And Ty Gibbs, remarkable, mature right now at this moment, not forcing the issue, not pressing his car. He knows he's got a good one. He's going to take care of it, so he's got something to work with at the end of today.
William Byron comes off turn 4, clicks off another lap. Jeff, Byron is getting closer and closer to matching his overall best lap.
Yeah, 3/10 a lap ago, 4/10 this lap, meaning the 4/10 slower than what they were and what this team and William Byron was in their first session, and he is the fastest car here. So
Cindric.
this just leads us back to
Trouble
what
off turn 2. Austin Cindric goes for a spin. That'll put the red flag in the air, and Austin Cindric, who is dead last of all 36 drivers in fast lap time, Dan is continuing to struggle.
He has struggled since the very first practice session, really through the corners, and Austin Cindric is just not having a very good Saturday afternoon here in Los Angeles now, having spun it coming off of turn 2. He has got it righted and rejoined the fray.
Now, he's not having a good afternoon. We can tell you that right now. Session 1, terrible. Session 2, no better. They've got 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. Green flag will come back out here shortly. Chris Wilner, what are you hearing on the radio? Obviously, we've got teammates for some of these drivers and crew chiefs out back by you. What are you hearing on the radio?
Yeah, some of the biggest things, Jeff, is just going to be that unpredictability of this racetrack. And you guys talked about the slower lap speeds in this second time for these groups. A lot of the teams back here on Bill Robertson Lane are starting to reconsider maybe some of the adjustments they decided to put on once their cars came off in their first session. So some scuff tires being changed back to sticker tires, and even some vice versa as well. I saw the Austin Dillon machine put scuff tires from his first session back on the race car, as well as a few others. So right now they're all glued to timing and scoring, just trying to figure out, okay, now it's all about keeping up with the racetrack more than just trying to improve the race cars. Because if you can keep up with this racetrack at this point, those 4 laps will be critical here in just a little bit, because that's all it's going to take to lock yourself in the show. So some rethinking in terms of adjustments back here in the staging area.
Down to about 40 seconds or so remaining here for the Group 1 drivers in their second practice session. All they'll have left is 4 minutes when the time comes, and they better get their best lap to be one of the 22 fastest to make it into the Busch Light Clash, which again will be tonight. Our air time for the Busch Light Clash, 8 o'clock Eastern Time tonight.
All right, as this one comes to an end, Dan Hubbard, what have you noticed other than the obvious, and that, of course, is that times and speeds are slowing down? What else are you watching?
Well, I'm watching a lot of guys struggle. Carson Hocevar, for one, just locked him up about 2 laps ago. Other guys are now starting to park their machines. Ross Chastain pulls off right now. But Ty Gibbs and the Toyotas, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, they look very, very quick. The only non-Toyota that perhaps can match them for pace is the Chevrolet of William Byron.
As the black and red flags fly from Joey Acock's hands at the start-finish line, we can tell you here in this second 8-minute session, nobody in this group went faster than they did in their opening 8-minute session. Group 2 will be on the racetrack in just a moment from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
NASCAR's next generation of stars drive in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And here they come. Zane Smith now will try to advance his way to the lead.
Catch the excitement of every race right here.
NASCAR has made it official. Zane Smith is a back-to-back winner at the Daytona International Speedway in the opener.
On the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Looking for a weekly motorsports podcast to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track? The Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on MRN Crew Call. All the happenings from regional touring series and local tracks on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Sprint Car Talk on Winged Nation. NASCAR history on MRN Classic Races. And hear from the drivers on NASCAR Live. MRN podcasts available on MRN.com, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform.
Back here as we get set for Group 2 and 8 minutes on their clock here in just a moment. Jeff, we've had everybody on the track at least once. Now we're starting to learn a little bit more about who's good here and who maybe has a lot of work to do.
I don't know who's good here. I thought I knew who was good here, but now I'm scratching my head trying to figure out. There are certainly some drivers that we know are not good here right now. As Austin Cindric makes his way off the field and through the tunnel, they've got work to do if they're going to race later tonight. Green flag getting ready to come out. This is Group 2, Session 2, their final effort. Back down, out. On him in a moment. Alex Hayden, what do you make of this? Is there an obvious...
We got 100 people in here. What the fuck?
Why slower in the second session compared to that earlier?
I think there's a couple of factors. One is kind of what Chris Wilner talked about. The teams made some changes to their cars. Maybe didn't help the car. I think another thing to think about is Steve Post talked about it a moment ago, that this is a brand new racetrack, brand new surface. It's smooth, which means there's not a whole lot of pores and places for the Goodyear rubber to get down into. So that rubber is essentially going to continue to build up layer after layer after layer, and that can create problems and grip levels to not necessarily be there.
All right, so not everybody is having the problem that we're talking about. Who's not? Who's quick right now? How about Denny Hamlin? Hamlin was quickest overall in session number 1. Hamlin already is running 13 second laps. How does that compare? He ran a 13.8 just a lap ago compared to his 13.2 in session 1. He did that, Alex, right out of the tunnel. That car is set up and ready to go.
It really is, and I like what he's done here too, Dan Hubbard, because he's so good. He ran down 3 cars in John Hunter Nemechek, Bubba Wallace, and Corey LaJoie, and he got smart and just backed up, slowed way down to give himself some space.
He knows very well that he may have the car to beat later this evening. As you heard Jeff say, Denny Hamlin got down to business right at the drop of the green flag. He wasted no time. That's the kind of confidence that he's got in that Toyota. He's got the grip, and he went right to work right from the get-go. He saw heavy traffic up ahead. Hey, no sense to force the issue. For the moment, I am the fastest car on this track.
All right, we've got good, we've got bad, we've got ugly. The good, obviously, Denny Hamlin. The bad, majority of everybody else. And then there's the ugly.
Yeah, the ugly right now, unfortunately, is Brad Keselowski. Dan, that car still has a hard time turning and accelerating off the corner.
He looked decent right at the beginning. In fact, he got around Austin Dillon, but just a moment ago, he let 4 cars pass him. So Brad is struggling. He just pulled over to driver's right and let Austin Dillon by. He let Ryan Preece by, Kyle Larson and others. Brad Keselowski continues to fade. Kyle Busch is coming up on his rear bumper. A little more white smoke coming from the rear brakes of Brad Keselowski as he enters into turn 1.
And Denny Hamlin just continues to pick him off. He is fast here at the Coliseum. This is Group 2, Session 2, their final shot at it to get the car tuned up to qualify for the Busch Light Clash. We'll get back with more from the field in a moment from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
NASCAR history.
Eddie wins his 200th career NASCAR victory.
Told by the people who made that history.
President Reagan was there. He got us on the front page, and we got him in the sports page. It was a good trade-off from that standpoint.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast The Road to Royalty. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career, 50 years of MRN, the 1993 season, Junior's Journey, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
On Thursdays, NASCAR Live goes wide open with some of the biggest names in the sport.
The goal is the same, so the mindset's the same, right? The goal is to win the championship.
For anyone saying thank you, I'd also like to say thank you to y'all for tuning into the stream. Again, guys, if you haven't already, to anybody new here, by the way, that car looks fucking beautiful. Yeah, to anybody new here, if you haven't already, make sure and subscribe. To the fans that have known me forever, go ahead and explain to them what I do. Trust me, it's not a lie. I streamed almost every race last year. I'm going to do the same thing this year just to help y'all out. So
Gibbs Racing Toyota is running nose to tail Truex, who right now is 6th quick overall. The fastest man on the property, Denny Hamlin, right behind. Let's follow the 2 Toyotas.
Nose to tail off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway for the moment.
Harvick's going to be a goated commentator, just saying.
Truex, of course, a former winner here at the Coliseum. Hamlin takes a brief look to the inside, and Truex backs out of the throttle, says go right on ahead. Denny Hamlin passes Martin Truex Jr. Now Hamlin backs out of the throttle himself. He's slowing way down. Is there a problem, or is Hamlin doing this on purpose?
I think he's coming to pit lane. I think he knows his car is good. Still 2 minutes left in this session. Maybe just wanted a big gap in the racetrack, but maybe I think Denny's going to call it. Save that race car. Yeah, he's coming to the infield right now. Steve Post will give us a report once he comes to a rest there in the infield. But 2 of the drivers here in this Group 2, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, they're together on the racetrack right now here in practice. Since we've run the Busch Light Clash here in the LA Coliseum, this is our 3rd year. The first 2 years, there's been only 2 drivers to finish in the top 5, or top 3 rather, in both of those races. And that is Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon. They're the 2 drivers that have done that, which is remarkable. Top 3 in both Busch Light Clashes here in the Coliseum. Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch.
Now, other drivers that have been good here prior, besides Kyle, you've got William Byron, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and Joey Logano. Those would be drivers that, if you go back and look at the stats, you'd say, okay, odds-on favorites coming in. But that was a year ago and 2 years ago. And, well, Dillon way up the racetrack, and it opens up the floodgate and lets everybody go by. One mistake here, Alex, and Dan can weigh in on this here in a moment. You make a mistake, you overcook it going into 1 and 3, you could give up 2, 3, 5, 7 cars that will work to your inside before you can get it right.
Yeah, that's one factor. Another thing is, based off of what we've seen the last couple of years and talking in the garage to a lot of drivers and team members today, you can have a good lap and still give up 3, 4, 5 spots by somebody 3, 4, 5 cars behind you racing at this tight little racetrack.
And what that means is the driver that might be 4th or 5th back just comes piling in, going in under braking into turn number 1 or turn number 3, and the accordion effect begins. You shove the car that's in front of you, that shoves the car in front of them, right into the leader, and that will wipe out the leader in a hurry. There's a lot to get to tonight before this thing is all said and done.
There absolutely is. Red and black flags are in the air. Group 2's second practice is over. Denny Hamlin continues to be the fastest overall. Christopher Bell second. Ty Gibbs, William Byron, and Joey Logano are the Fast Five. From the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The year was 1993. The NASCAR Cup Series season kicked off with the Dale and Dale show at the Daytona 500.
Dale Jarrett's got the lead. He goes to the inside. Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by STP. Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
For the second time today, the Group 3 drivers now enter the Coliseum as they get set for another 8-minute round of practice. Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Bell again second fastest overall. Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daniel Suarez, Noah Gregson, Daniel Hemrick, Todd Gilliland, Harrison Burton, and Kaz Gralla will be the drivers here in Group number 3 as they get set for their second round. Steve Post, you've been patrolling the infield. You've got a perfect view of this racetrack. You also have the ability to listen into the scanners and hear what these teams are saying. What are you learning so far?
Well, I'm learning, let's see, there's 36 cars here. There's about 4 or 5 that are just terrible. And we've documented some of those. Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, bless their hearts. Man, those cars, they just cannot get their cars to turn. So that takes us down to 30 or 31. That means there's 29 or 30 that are all right, that have got something to work with. And then there's Denny Hamlin. That car is outstanding. They spent that whole practice session. He actually at one point did a couple mock qualifying laps. He at one point wanted to see where he could pass people. And when I say people, it's people like Martin Truex Jr., who was 6th fastest. And at another point, he pushed the car so hard, Chris Gabehart said, there, that's the point where you finally lock the brakes up in the corner. That is fine-tuning. That is a fast race car for Denny Hamlin. Now, there's qualifying, and there's a long way to go here in this race tonight. But right now, one really happy driver, Denny Hamlin. Probably 25 that are, well, we got something to work with. And then there's another bunch at the back that, man, they're just hoping for some kind of miracle.
What the fuck is that paint scheme?
That is Steve Post. He's on pit road. Chris Wilner out behind the...
Oh, hey, Chase Elliott fans. We're going to bring y'all a great paint scheme. What in the flying fuck is that? That looks like a test car. That... He just needs to quit.
A number of you may have been tuning in at the top of the hour and said, man, what happened? I must have missed something. Well, if you did, you probably missed a lot. We came on the air 2:30 local, 5:30 Eastern. NASCAR making a decision, and if you're out here with us, you'd understand why. Alex, fill us in. The whole format, the whole thing has changed. We will not be racing the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum tomorrow. We will be doing that tonight, so that changes. That's just one of many changes.
Yeah, it is. We're going to run again our airtime for the Busch Light Clash, the main event, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock here Pacific in the local community. So 5 p.m. local, 8 o'clock tonight will be the main event, the Busch Light Clash. Practice is going on right now. It started 30 minutes earlier than it was originally scheduled. The practice format has not changed. Each group, 3 groups, will have 2 minutes, or 2 8-minute sessions, I should say, apiece. Then all 3 groups will have the opportunity to go back out again to get as many laps as they can in 4 minutes. Instead of 12 cars in each one of those groups, it'll be divided down to 6 cars in each of those groups for 4 minutes. That will now determine the qualifying, how you're going to be. You got those 4 minutes to get as many laps to get to fastest you can possibly get. It's important now because of the changes. That is how you're going to get into the main event, the Busch Light Clash. 22 get in on speed. Then the 23rd and final slot will be the highest non-qualified driver in driver points from 1 year ago. Gets in. The reason being is you got some new faces here, like a Carson Hocevar. You got John Hunter Nemechek in there, Josh Berry. Some of these drivers, okay, you got the opportunity. Now, what that effectively does, though, is you mentioned some of the good, some of the bad, some of the ugly. A lot of these teams that are on the bad side of things knew that they were going to have heat races to try to race their way in. They were going to have a last chance race to try to bully their way into the main event. That's gone. But it is the same for everybody, that you're going to have a 4-minute session to get the best lap you possibly can to get in on speed.
Right now it is Group 3, Session 2. This will be the last practice session before we qualify. And again, the top 22 in qualifying will advance to the Busch Clash. And then the highest in driver points from 2023 will take the provisional. That's how it's going to set up. The Busch Light Clash will be run at the Coliseum tonight under the lights from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no other. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins. A career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
Just like that, we're home alone. Fuck yeah, let's go. Alright, turn the radio back on for y'all. And to the people that left, go fuck yourself. I hope your house catches fire, and I hope you end up like that guy right there that almost just fucked up in the corner.
Justin Haley are the 6 drivers right now to get their best lap in.
By the way, that lap for Joey Logano, this is the 3rd year here, and that was a new track record. Will it last? I doubt it. But right now, Joey Logano has got it. Green flag, Dan Hubbard is in the air. Again, 6 drivers, and this 6 drivers come out of group number 2.
Alex Bowman getting down to business early. In fact, now he's locked up all 4 tires twice in a row. Once it turns 1 and 2, and again it turns 3 and 4, but he's hugging the wall all the way down.
Yeah, literally people that fucking join only because of, and like, dude, why would they leave all because of me not playing the fucking audio? I mean, bro, you have 2 options. Either you can listen to the radio that I play, or even when I'm not playing it, you still have the option of pulling up MRN radio and then watching the fucking stream at the same time. It's not hard to do. Like, come on.
These cars aligned and what they.
But anyways, those people, they're fake. They act like they're fans. They act like they care about the channel. And then they're like, ha ha, okay, I'm going to fucking leave.
Talking to Paul about what the car's doing, but just how.
Well, here's the thing. You can suck my big fat dick.
Enzo, Ford Mustang ready to rip.
And I will pee in your mouth, and you're going to fucking like it.
Down at the end.
Yeah, it's a super challenging day. Anytime you wake up in the morning, you think you're just going to practice and qualify and recipe races, and then all of a sudden you hear it's just qualifying.
And shut the fuck up, Joey, whoever the hell it is talking. If you don't subscribe, I will literally bend over and shit in your mouth. I will make it look like the fucking 2 girls, 1 cup scene if you don't do it.
I think you can win with tonight, so just got to manage the race. Hopefully you start towards the front, you can manage it better. When you get in the back here.
And by the way, if you're new here, be prepared for some out of context shit that I'll probably say. So, yeah.
A lot of the drivers talking about the track change so quickly between the first session and the second. What did it feel like when you went back out for that second session?
Not as much different as it has been in the past. And I think that Mexico Series being out here rubbering up the track before helped a lot. So it didn't seem like it changed a whole bunch.
All right, Joey Logano, so far so good. Fastest in that first group of qualifying here at the Coliseum.
He references the Mexico Series that is here, the NASCAR Mexico Series. They too were scheduled to race tomorrow. That race will be heard on the Motor Racing Network.
By the way, to all the people that are in here right now, my fans, okay? My fans, people that actually watch the channel, go to my channel, go to my videos, click the recent one, give it a like, put a comment down there. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It's like 11 minutes long. But I started a new series. Y'all might like it. I don't know. I'm just trying to do like some like reviews deal. It might work. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah,
375.
I think it's fun.
Haley is 5th. Ryan Preece is 7th. Alex Bowman is 9th. Corey LaJoy is 10th. John Hunter.
What counts as an OG? Well, you have to at least know my channel for at least 3 or 4 years, because that's how long I've been on here. So, yeah.
Busch Light clashes here.
If you've been a fan since like midway through 2020 or 2021, yeah, I consider you an OG.
This next group of 6 go out. We're 18 cars in, 18 remaining. Top 22 lock in on time. The 23rd and final starting position is a provisional that will be given to the driver highest in driver points, and we're starting to see the speeds pick up.
As the green and red, or rather the black and red flags go in the air, session is over. Alex Bowman jumps up to 3rd. Great lap for Bowman as he'll go to 3rd.
Here's the thing, though. I don't want to have anyone, take this the wrong way. If you're not an OG fan, you're still a fan. You're not a bad person. I don't hate you, okay? So please, for anyone in here, do not take any of that seriously. I love every single one of y'all equally. I seriously, I do. So for anyone that's been supporting the channel for however long now, again, just thank you guys, really. I do appreciate it.
Late, no better than 16th Austin Cindric and Zane Smith, and man, they've just got to be sitting out back, just listening to us going, all right, are these speeds going to hold up and get us in? Man, I think they're in danger.
Grandpa, these cars are driving like shit. I need a better engine, Grandpa.
He did in practice. He's
And get your fucking ass out of here, Ty Gibbs.
0.2, then 13.3s all the way through 8. So there's some fast cars out there.
Let's go back outside of the stadium. Chris Wilner.
William Byron just watching his teammate Alex Bowman go third overall in the top 5. That's where you've been most of this, 3 practice sessions. How good's your race car right now?
Yeah, I think it's good. I just trying to figure out how to get more out of it. And our Liberty University Chevy was pretty good all through the practices. The second practice, we got a little bit off and felt like we needed to kind of get back to where we were to start. So pretty much did and just kind of kept it there. And I think we're close. We just got to get through the center of the corner a little bit better and just kind of see how the race is. But it sounds like we'll be in the race, so excited for that.
Pinpoint during that 4-minute session around lap 12 as maybe things start to come in. How difficult is it as a driver with such limited time out there to get a good lap?
Yeah, maybe I pushed it maybe a little too hard getting going because I felt really good for the first 8 to 10 laps, and then by the time it was time to put a good lap together, I felt like my tires were maybe already in too much. So that part, but not used to the group qualifying.
All right, that's William Byron, guys.
So William Byron is giving some good insight on what it's like out there right now. These drivers on the track right now are Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, and Kyle Larson.
The top 3 have already... He will race in the Busch Light Clash, along with Ty Gibbs and Alex Bowman, and you were mentioning Alex Hayden. Bowman cut that lap with 10 seconds remaining, and he will race tonight. Everybody watching right now, Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch right now has climbed the leaderboard all the way to 7th as Denny Hamlin just cuts a very good lap.
Hamlin up to 6th, Kyle Busch 7th, Kyle Larson is 9th currently, Bubba Wallace is 15th. The winner last year in the Busch Light Clash, Martin Truex Jr., is 21st.
Wow.
And Brad Keselowski is 23rd of 24.
Alex Bowman locking in, and Steve Posty did it as the clock expired.
Jeff, listening to you got laps on it just like Alex Bowman. He said, guys, brake bias on this car getting down in the corner is so critical, and I nailed it on that last lap. And it hugged the corner and came up off the corner. Alex Bowman knew that he hit the perfect combination with that lap. It rocketed toward the top of the speed charts, and he has locked himself into, I believe, locked himself in here as far as that goes. So, Alex Bowman, we talked about tires a lot, but boy, that brake bias, the amount of brake to the front wheels to the rear wheels, that's also a key part. And he found the right combination, at least for a quad.
All right, this one goes out to Joshua Brady. No.
Denny Hamlin has gone to the top.
We will not calm down. We are excited. This is the first fucking thing we get to enjoy for this year. We're going to continue to enjoy it.
Wallace, Martin Truex Jr.
Because NASCAR is back!
Now on the racetrack, no better than 20th. And Dan Hubbard, you got Brad on one end of the spectrum trying to find that perfect lap. And Denny Hamlin, who's hitting it.
And we get to watch a black man make laps. Look at that. Wow. Wow, look. All the white people are pissed off right now, I bet. All the fucking boomers are just like, oh man, why's he running out there?
Shots. He can do an early entry, a late entry. It doesn't matter. It is just a dream car to drive.
Hey, it's Mr. Mark Martin. The next man to never win a fucking championship.
As you said, Jeff, Brad Keselowski struggling particularly off the corner. The nose is just dancing all over on him, left to right, left to right. Brad is just trying to correct it, just trying to keep it off the wall and head it in the right direction.
Denny Hamlin still the fastest of everybody. 13.139 second lap is a new track record here and potentially could be a forever track record here.
Well, right now he has got it, and the session is over. Hamlin 1, Kyle Busch 5, Kyle Larson 8, Bubba Wallace 9. Then you've got Brad. He did what he needed to do. Now, whether it will hold up or not, on lap 19 of 19, Brad cut a lap that will put him 13th. The other of the sixth car, Martin Truex Jr., Alex.
He is 16th right now and has got some sweating to do. From the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
NASCAR history.
NASCAR history.
Told by the people who made that history.
President Reagan was there. He got us on the front page, and we got him.
President Reagan was there. He was on the front
Motor
page.
Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast The Road to Royalty. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career, 50 years of MRN, the 1993 season, Junior's Journey, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite.
I just refreshed the page, guys. We're at 5.5K. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to give every single one of y'all a kiss. Are you ready? Okay, now that I think about it, that might be a little bit too far. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
On your hometown radio station and MRN.
But anyways, keep hitting the fucking button. If you don't hit the button, I'm going to shit my pants, and I'm going to light your house on fire, and I'm going to steal your Toyota Prius, and I'm going to light that on fire. And, yeah, I don't know. Just keep supporting the channel, guys. Really, y'all are doing a great job. Really, I appreciate it.
"24 drivers have taken time of the 36 cars entered."
Look at that kid. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, wow. Wow, did you see that? Did you see that? He was grooving, dude. He was vibing.
Denny Hamlin, who is the track record holder now, over Joey Logano. Second, he'll advance. So will Ty Gibbs and Alex Bowman. Kyle Busch will advance. He was fifth quick so far. William Byron, sixth. Ross Chastain with that Busch light on the side of his Chevrolet. He'll race in the Busch Light Clash. Kyle Larson.
Chipotle!
Justin Haley.
Don't you love shitting yourself after eating spicy burritos?
So that does not mean that that's your top 10 starters, because we have 12 more cars yet to go.
We do, as they're about to make their way through the tunnel into the infield, and they will be divided up into two groups of 6. Dan Hubbard, you're sitting high atop turn number 3 there as more fans begin to file in through the gates. What are you noticing here in this qualifying session? Who's pushing and who's kind of saving the car until the last couple of laps?
Well, because, Chase Briscoe was pushing. Joey Logano, he saved the car definitely for the last couple of laps. And then you got your guys that just struggled the entire afternoon at Nick the Main and Keselowski, Austin Dillon.
Shopify. Start your free trial today.
We've got a group of Ryan Blaney. He has been strong in the early practice sessions. So too has Christopher Bell. Kind of joining that Toyota group that's been quick. Ty Gibbs among them, and certainly Denny Hamlin, the quickest so far in the afternoon. Chris Buescher's okay. I'm curious about...
All right. For anyone that's been a part of the channel for a while now, at least for about 2 years or so, maybe a little more than that, I'm about to show you all a piece of Amaroli history. If you know where this came from, you guys may get some PTSD. This came from Omegle. That's all I need to say. I found it. Okay. Anyways, back to it.
Now beginning to feel like, you know what, it may be time to load up a transport.
Yeah, where did I finish in driver points a year ago? And that's Austin Cindric and Zane Smith. They're the two that have been bumped out on speed. Martin Truex Jr. just qualified. He's with Chris Wilner, and Chris Truex currently sits 16th.
That's right. He'll be watching timing and scoring with these last couple of groups. Martin, you just told me the track changed immensely for...
If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say.
behind the wheel.
Yeah, just general short track stuff. Loose in, won't turn good enough, and then can't get the power down. So just...
Hey, look, it's the mayonnaise car!
The things you fight, and that's what we've been fighting. So just for whatever reason, I thought we were close to...
Oh, my God, look, it's Grandma. Look at Grandma. Oh, wow.
Lost the ability to turn, lost the ability to drive off. So, last year as we ran on this track, it got...
Bro, I like how that whole side's empty and that side's, like, barely full.
Whatever we...
This race is going to go to hell. This might as well be an ARCA race.
These final groups and know whether you're going to be in the show or not.
I mean, I can't do anything about it at this point, so it is what it is.
All right, Martin Truex Jr., guys, again, 16th on the board. Your defending race winner maybe has a shot to not make the main event tonight.
Well, we know that there are 12 cars remaining. That's what we know officially, Chris, and we are ready to go with 6 more of them that have pulled out on the racetrack. They include Kaz Grala, Harrison Burton, Todd Gilliland, Daniel Hemrick, Noah Gregson, and Daniel Suarez. Put 4 minutes on the clock until the green flag, Alex.
Here we go. Is the green
It's
flag
Grandma's last race. Oh, God.
It'll be fun to keep an eye on. Steve Pope.
Again, what the... Did you just see that car? Noah Gregson's car? What the fuck is that car? That car looked like a goddamn test car.
Came out and scuffed the set of tires.
Some of these paint schemes are very questionable. They look like they were designed by like a 3-year-old.
A different strategy. We'll see how it pans out. Harrison Burton is up to speed now in that Wood Brothers number 21 Ford Mustang.
All right, the clock is rolling, and we are qualifying, already qualified, and currently 3rd overall. Behind Hamlin and Logano is Ty Gibbs. Let's hear from him.
That's right, looking and already now locked into his second LA Clash event here at the Coliseum. Ty, racetrack was getting faster and faster, but 3rd on the board right now. Are you pretty happy with it?
Yeah, I'm really happy with our Monster Energy XSC Camry. It's a really good piece. My guys did a great job on it, and to be able to debut the XSC Camry is awesome.
Look! It's the test car. Look, it's the test car. My God, wow.
We're really happy to be racing here at the Clash, as all my fellow teammates are. So we'll just keep going. We'll work hard, and we'll try to go race for a win tonight. We have a really good piece, and hopefully we can go do that.
Early with this new XSC, but are there any differences than the previous generation of Camry?
Yeah, there are some differences, for the good, and we're gonna
Bruh,
working through
the
it.
whole... Dude, there's barely anybody. Oh, my God.
But,
That place looks sad.
and we're excited for this year.
All right, we'll see you tonight. That's Ty Gibbs, again, 3rd on the board, locked into the Clash where he finished 26th a year ago.
He is indeed, and again, our airtime for the Busch Light Clash in the Coliseum, 8 o'clock Eastern Time tonight. Please make your plans to join us right here on the Motor Racing Network.
Noah Gregson right now 21st quickest. Noah driving the same car that Eric Almirola drove for so many years with Stuart Haas Racing. Noah
We miss you, Eric.
Wheel here at the Cup level.
Or at least I do.
21st. Todd Gilliland, Hemrick, Suarez, Grala, and Burton still well outside of the fast 22. But now we have gotten to lap 10 and 11, so we anticipate the speeds to pick up and for these drivers to begin to climb the leaderboard.
With Gregson going to 21st, that has bumped Eric Jones out of the main event right now. Gilliland still 25th and Hemrick 26th. So as we sit at the moment with just a couple of minutes or so, just a shade over 2 minutes left in this session, Noah Gregson, for the moment, is the only one that's been able to bump his way in.
All right, let's go out to Dan Hubbard. Dan, working about halfway through here. What do you see?
Well, I was kind of hoping that Daniel Suarez might be a little bit quicker. He's pulling double duty here this weekend, or I should say just today, because he's participating in the NASCAR Mexico
Look, it's
Series
Donkey
race
Face.
later tonight. So he's got more track time than these other drivers. That might help him in just developing a rhythm for the track. But that really has not panned out. Suarez has not been among the quickest during the practice sessions here this afternoon. And each and every time, Gregson backs off a little bit, and then he reels Daniel Suarez in. So that's my long-winded way of saying that Suarez is looking for speed, and Noah Gregson hasn't.
We're less than a minute to go, and Suarez is 28th of 30 drivers. How about Todd Gilliland just jumped into the top 20? He just went to 17th.
Got to believe that right now you are hearing in your ear as a driver, it is go time right now if you're going to race in the Clash. Gilliland at the moment in, at the moment Gregson in. But Hemrick, Burton, Suarez, Kaz Grala, they are out. We're down to 10 seconds, Alex.
Austin Dillon has been bumped out of the main event as we sit right now. Here they come. Red and black flags in the air. The session is over. Last chance for these drivers to fly by. Can anybody else get in?
Well, not yet. Gilliland in, Gregson in. Suarez 23rd. Daniel Suarez 23rd.
Go ahead and refresh the radio here. That way we can get it to be a little bit more accurate. All right, load. There we go. Just waiting for it to play. That's if it will play. Jesus. Okay, come on, radio. Come on, MRN. What are we doing? Come on.
You've got Christopher Bell. You've got Chase Elliott. Excuse me. Chase Elliott is there, along with others that are ready to go here. You've got Blaney, Bell, Buscher, Elliott, Josh Berry, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. What do you think?
I think we got some good fast race cars here, and there's going to be some drivers who are on that bubble line right now that are going to be pretty upset when this is all said and done. Green flag goes in the air. Here we go. Time to get these tires warmed up as quickly as they possibly can. Keep the car off the wall, Dan Hubbard, and they're all being led by Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney brings them off of turn 2. We know he is quick. We also know that Christopher Bell is very quick. Jury is still out a little bit on Chase Elliott. Yes, he is fast, but without question, he is working harder at it, trying to keep pace with Ryan Blaney and Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher, for the moment, still trying to warm up the tires, trying to get some heat in it. Blaney is pulling away from the rest of the field. Not sure if that's by design. Perhaps he feels he already has enough heat, providing him good enough handling for turns 1 and 2.
Now, right now, Blaney 33rd quick. Again, none of the top 6 have climbed the leaderboard at all as they sit the bottom 6. That will change. Again, it's host of our On the Bubble, Josh Williams on deck, Chase Briscoe in danger, Ryan Blaney rocketing down the back straightaway. At your feet, Dan.
Come on, Josh Williams. Let's go. I want him to park the car again.
Crosses the stripe. Again, a good distance ahead of Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher is third in that sequence, and here comes Chase Elliott, almost to the bumper of Chris Buescher. Now, I don't know if that's a smart play. He looks to the inside. Does he get around Buescher, or does he lay back so he can get some clear racetrack?
He's going to go to the inside and go underneath Chris Buescher and make the pass there. Now, 13 laps is about what we've seen drivers start putting down their best laps in the 4-minute session. These particular drivers have just clicked off lap number 9.
Yeah, no driver has had a quick lap inside of their first 10 laps. We're closing in on that now. Ryan Blaney across the line. That will be lap number 10 for him. Stenhouse is the quickest in the group, but he is 23rd. You've got to be in the top 22, Alex Hayden, if you're going to advance.
Stenhouse has got the bright yellow Cheerios colors on board. The JTG Doherty Chevrolet, Ralph's Supermarket, also on the hood of that race car, and the bumping has begun. Chase Elliott is in the main event. Elliott goes to 21st. For the moment, Chase isn't out of the woods because these other cars could still go faster than him.
Right now, it is Elliott in, Stenhouse out. He's 24th. Josh Berry, 29th. Ryan Blaney, 33rd. He's the only driver that we know can advance, and that you got to keep that in mind. If Blaney does not get into the top 22, he's the one that will take the provisional, and there's only one.
Yeah, because it goes on last year's driver points. Obviously, the champion of the NASCAR Cup Series. That will keep Blaney in the main event. Chase Elliott gets even faster, as does Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
1 minute remaining. Stenhouse to 20th. Only 2 drivers so far have locked in of this group. That's Elliott and Stenhouse. Berry out. He's 29th. Buescher out, 32nd. And Christopher Bell, how about this? He is no better than 35th, and we're down to the final 30 seconds.
And Bell may be in trouble because Blaney is not in the top 22, and Blaney would get the provisional. Chris, the main event, he's still got about 25 seconds to get a good lap in.
Only 2 in. That's Elliott and Stenhouse. Will follow Chase Elliott right behind.
I'm going to refresh the radio again here. That way it gets a little bit more accurate.
Drivers that will not advance out of here include Christopher Bell. We're going to make sure that it's official, but Blaney did not put himself into the top 22. He would be the driver that would get the provisional, and Christopher Bell, 33rd, Buescher, 30th, Josh Berry, 25th, and Christopher Bell, who was second in points.
Second in practice.
Second in practice, rather. Second in practice, just absolutely drives around with the anchor out for 4 minutes, no quicker than 33rd.
So the top two, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, and the 10th spot is Justin Haley.
The rest of the top 22, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski gets in. To the Busch Light Clash, he was 13th quick. Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland. How about Noah Gragson? He'll race tonight. He was 17th. Corey LaJoie in, Martin Truex Jr. in, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was 20th. Then 21st, John Hunter Nemechek, and 22nd, 22 cars automatically in. 22nd was Chase Briscoe, and that means, Alex, there's a lot of disappointed drivers at this particular point.
You're right about that. Is with Blaney having to take the provisional because he did not get in on speed. You look back, Josh Berry and Rodney Childers and that Stewart Haas Racing Ford Dark Horse Mustang will not be in. Daniel Suarez not in. Austin Dillon finished top 3 in the 2 previous clashes here. He's not going to be in the main event. Eric Jones, Chris Buescher's not in. Christopher Bell misses as well. There's some disappointed folks here as qualifying is wrapped up.
All right, when we come back, we'll reset it for you. Visit one more time with the folks helping to call the action. Qualifying is over from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Feel like you're in the driver's seat and never miss a second of the race action with Racing Electronics. Racing Electronics scanners allow you to listen in on uncensored audio from your favorite drivers, spotters, and crews the entire race. Hear team strategy with critical passes, dangerously close calls, and all the pit stop drama. To learn more, visit them at racingelectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
Looking for motorsports podcasts you won't find anywhere else? Check out the Motor Racing Network's lineup of exclusive podcasts. MRN Classic Races, Junior's Journey, The Many Hats of Jack Roush, Richard Petty, Road to 50 Years of MRN, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career, and the Tough Trucks of NASCAR. Find these and more MRN exclusive podcasts on podcast providers and MRN.com.
We are just over 30 minutes away. Let's call it about 35 minutes away from the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. We are going to go off the air, but come back at 5 o'clock local, 8 o'clock Eastern, with 150 green flag laps, a little entertainment, a whole lot of shoving, maybe a couple of tempers flaring, and who will go to victory lane. We'll all find out together.
How close is the NASCAR Cup Series when you look at Chase Briscoe, who was the last one in on speed in 22nd, a 13.484 second lap. Josh Williams misses with a 13.498, 1/100th of a second from being in the main event.
Amazing. It's going to be a good one here tonight. Make sure that you let your friends know that the Busch Light Clash is tonight. And if you're just joining us and you don't know why, quick recap from the weatherman, Alex Hayden. It don't look good starting here later on tonight.
No, it doesn't. And we really have everybody who lives in Southern California. As a matter of fact, the storm stretches all the way up to Northern California and San Francisco area as well. It is very dangerous. They're calling it a life-threatening storm here. They're highly concerned and telling folks that live here in L.A., get ready for mudslides because this could be bad. There's going to be a lot of rain starting to fall here late tonight in the overnight hours and doesn't stop until, well, sometime Tuesday, maybe Tuesday evening.
Depending on what weather report you're watching, they will call for as much as 6 to 12 inches of rain over a 24 to 36 hour period. NASCAR with no choice. And by the way, it doesn't end there, Alex. It extended Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, we could have stayed here and waited this thing out. We might have raced on Thursday. Denny Hamlin, though, is going to race tonight. He will be the track record holder and the driver that will lead the field to the green flag.
That's right, new track record holder Denny Hamlin, 150 laps coming up, but so far all afternoon you guys have been at or near the top of the speed chart. So how rewarding is it to just unload off the truck in this bizarre situation we're in and be that quick?
Yeah, it's the day hit fast forward pretty quick around noon today, so we got a few hours to get this done and certainly feel like we're in a great spot. And obviously the car is very, very fast. We got a great starting spot. Now it's just up to us to execute.
What's it going to take, 150 laps? Of course, we've seen this racetrack change already so far today, so what's the game plan going forward?
I think just keeping the car on the bottom, not making mistakes, not allowing competition to, capitalize on you bobbling and missing a corner. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just, making sure I hit my marks and do my job.
All right, that's Denny Hamlin. Guys, going to leave the field to green here at the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. A 3-time winner of the Clash, but he hasn't done so here in Los Angeles. He'll try to change that tonight.
And he's going to be the driver that will lead the field to the green flag tonight in the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. We will be back at the top of the hour for 150 green flag laps. Don't miss it. Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum for Steve Post and Chris Wilner and Dan Hubbard out in the turns. And Alex Hayden. We're going to step aside for 30 minutes. My name is Jeff Striegel. Top of the hour. It is the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum live on the Motor Racing Network.
Motor Racing Network's coverage of NASCAR Cup Series pole qualified heat races has come to you from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Presented by NASCAR Live. Go to MRN.com to find your local affiliate or subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Our coverage has come to you under an exclusive radio license granted by the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum to the Motor Racing Network, solely for the non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any use of the descriptions and accounts of this event without the express written permission of the Motor Racing Network is prohibited. Today's broadcast was directed by Ryan Horn. Broadcast engineer Steve Fridley. Audio engineer Craig Moore. The president of MRN is Chris Schwartz. Follow NASCAR every day at MRN.com. This broadcast was a production of the Motor Racing Network.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know how long this wait is supposed to be. They said that the race starts around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, which means it'll be about 7:30 here. But I'm pretty sure they'll probably start doing a broadcast pretty soon, or radio broadcast. Should be back in about 30 minutes is what it said. So, I don't know. Let's see what percent I'm at on my phone here. Alright, so as of right now, my phone is at 64%. I could risk it for the biscuit and continue the stream. But then again, I want to stream the whole entire race. That way nobody can miss it at all. So I may have to end the stream here just for a little bit. So this is the part where if you guys listened earlier, you should subscribe. I'm telling you guys, you need to subscribe because once I start streaming again, y'all should be notified if you do have that bell on, or even if you're subscribed, just keep refreshing your pages on YouTube. You should be able to get it. Again, the race should start around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So Central Time, that's 7:30, and down there it'd be 5:30 on the very far West Coast. So I'm just trying to think, because like, guys, I want to have my phone fully charged. That way we don't miss the race at all. My laptop's fine. It's just my phone. I don't want to take the risk of my phone dying while streaming, because we've never ran into that issue before. Pickle Rick, if I do that, my phone's going to get really hot and it will fucking blow up. It's literally like a ticking time bomb. That's why I usually take a break. And then once I feel like my phone's fully charged, I just put it right back onto the tripod and I start streaming right then and there. And I go. So, yeah, I may have to get off here for a little bit, but it won't be that long. So again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure and subscribe. For new people that are in here, just hit the button, or at least keep me in your recommended pages. That way you don't miss the race. So I'm going to get off here, let my phone charge for a bit, and I will be right back in about like maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe less than that. I mean, my phone can charge pretty quick, so it won't be that long. Okay, guys? So just reminder, please. Okay? Love you guys. See ya. I will be right back. It won't be that long. All right? See ya.